I'm heading up to the sugar bush, right, or a section in the woods, the sugar woods. The four-wheeler, we got some piping we gotta change out, that's all cut up. We gotta walk from down there up here. There's a hill. Too much walking, Ferdy. No. These are maple lines that we have to go repair because something decided to make a hole in them.
You breathe? You okay?
Hey, give me a minute. Yeah, too much walking. Anyways, this is what we got going here.
Something.
I can't even. It's not a good spot.
Here, I'll turn it around here.
Well,
there we go. So on this side, I don't know, for like 20 feet, the whole way down, something, not a chainsaw.
even if Christoph wants to say it is, it's not a chainsaw, and he will argue that forever.
Because if you look at it, it's on both sides here. You got it on that side and this side. I'm not sure what clawed it. I guess if you guys know what it is, let us know in the comments.
But it didn't hit a single wire.
So now we gotta replace this.
Don't show him our tree. Dude, this, I might as well. We're already here. I'm gonna show him this here. Look at this crazy finasco that's going on here.
Oh man.
This right here.
Well, we gotta cut it out.
We do. But we had a crazy, what was it, the ice storm that did it?
Nah, that
was the windstorm. I don't know, 1 year it's a crazy ice storm that knocks everything down. Then we had a really bad windstorm. Tree right here grew on a ledge patch, and it wasn't really rooted good because you can see the stone there. And the windstorm took it out because it was taller than everything else. And the problem is, normally you just cut it on both ends and be done. But if we finish cutting it, this root falls on top of all our line, and we can't get like a skidder in here or anything right now to pull it back up. So we'd have to literally like put like a ratchet system onto a different tree, climb up there somehow to pull this root back up, because if it falls on the maple line, we're screwed, and it'll be too tall to run the line over because the slope is very flat right here.
We could take the whole wire, the whole line down.
Yeah, but the tree's still in the way.
Yeah, no, so
It's just a horrible situation. So instead of dealing with it, we just notched it out, and we can walk through and stuff. And like the wire's holding the hose up. There's wire right there holding the hose up higher on the tree. So until that rots out, it's gonna stay like that. What we gotta do right now is we gotta cut all these ties off like that. Like every 12 inches there's a tie. It's not perfect because it's, you kind of just hammer on through it and you just go however far you want it, but you want it 12 inches. But we're cutting those, and then we're gonna cut the hose off to wherever the last marking is.
it's past the tree.
And we gotta go all the way over here. It's a long ways. And then we'll just put a straight connector in on both sides, and it'll be a new pipe here. But it's gonna be a little bit of a project. It's all about them angles. Just don't knock it over! Gosh it! Dang it!
I guess I'll touch the wheel careful.
You gotta be more steady. I don't got a lot of to work here. Oh, it's full of snow.
Easy.
Knock my head.
Gotta be gentle here. He's got it magnetized right to the high tension wire. Oh.
Fall over.
No! Oh!
Right by that saddle. All right. So I'm gonna start cutting the hoses. Any the lateral lines. These are laterals, and then if you don't know, up there where it connects to the tree, there's drops, and that goes to the trees. But I'm just gonna cut it off here by the saddles, because we'll just put new saddles in for the new piping. Oh, if he keeps moving, I'm gonna. Oh, look, see, they're even eating here. I'm gonna fix that right now. And then right here, where this is stopping, I'll snip it. Right. This is harder with one hand. There we go. We have made it.
It pretty much clamps right to your head. Like,
There we go.
got a camera off to the side.
You know, I really wish this would have broke anywhere else, so we didn't have to show this horrible tree.
You can edit it out.
No, how am I gonna edit out a pine tree?
If you're good, you're good. Yeah.
Just put like, do this. Anyways, here is our pipe. Now, whoa, cut it off there on this end. Now we're gonna pull it out to the reel because we can't bring the reel to us. And then we'll just measure it out there and we'll pull the new section in. A little convoy. Birdie, you want to pull it? Nah, I don't really care. It's not heavy.
I can pull it.
You can pull the new one in. Oh. Jeez. If it catches on stuff though, it is kind of heavy. Well, it's probably 100 feet. Maybe 70. We'll see. We'll estimate. All I know is it's not as bad as pulling, geez, 1,000 feet of inch pipe, and then you start connecting them. Once you get to like 2,000 feet, no fun. Yeah, it's just not a good time. But my pipe's following. Ooh. Here's our fence because you got to keep the cows out because our pasture kind of goes through the center of our sugar bush, but you can't let the cows in there because we're organic and cows are not organic enough to have in your woods somehow. He's struggling. Whoa.
I don't want it to kink.
Look at that. We're
Tubes look drunk up there.
at least the top of the pipes. Can't really see it from this distance anymore.
Yeah.
Oh. The saddles are catching the wire. Just keep on pulling.
This tubing is normally bluer.
Yeah.
The new one here, but it was in our shop upstairs.
It's collected a lot of dust. If we wiped it off, it'd be good.
Come on.
There.
That should be good.
Plop. We'll make sure to cut it at least 3 inches extra.
You want to live on the edge?
This is not our reel though. This is our neighbor Matt's, who also buys our sap.
Yeah.
He lets us borrow this. He's a good guy.
Too much shout out. You don't watch the video anyway.
I know, Matt's a great guy. He helps us when we need it and he lets us borrow his stuff. What better kind of neighbor could you ask for? I just cut this. I cut a couple feet long just to make sure I have enough. Birdie's grabbing all the tie stuff and the connectors so that we can put it together, and then we're gonna head back in with this. Let's roll out. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the pipe in, but I think I got the better deal at the end. He is carrying a freaking large amount of stuff, a backpack, roll a tube in. Yeah, I'll pull the pipe in. It's not even heavy. Up the hill we go. Right, when you're pulling out the hose, you always got to be below the main line so that it's not knotted. And then these are side ties right here. You just have to make sure you're below them. All that. The side tie holds the wire up. This is basically the same. Jeez, in this tree. This is not normal. But it's basically the same as pulling out fresh tubing. Just normally with fresh tubing, it's from end to end on the high tension wire. But here we're adding connector in, so it's like if you run out of tube, but it's not the end of the world. It's just an extra leak point. But
He's back.
yeah, my battery died accidentally.
Yeah. I went through and I loose tied the whole pipe. That way it unwinds and it's
A lot straighter. So
straight as
loose
it
tying is pretty much put one of these ties, but not even that tight, every like 6 to 8 feet. That just lets the pipe stretch out because it was curled up on that reel for over a year or more. And he's got this connected. He just has to tighten it with the either a drill or ratchet, don't really matter. And now he's just finished tying, which is every foot or so. Actually putting these on, and they're so tight that you can't actually move them at all. And then we always put it down
That way your hand can run across the top without hitting it.
Yeah, it's just convenience. It sucks sometimes in certain areas to tie, but it is really nice in the end because they're always on the bottom. You don't hit them when you're walking in the woods because the pipe is down to your elbow when you walk. So he's gonna do that all the way.
There are new, like people use rebar tires with stainless steel wires. And I guess that works pretty good, but
we don't have them. I'm gonna go get the drill and put new saddles in the 5 or 6 lateral lines that I gotta do that too. All right. Alrighty, we good?
I think we're good.
He's gonna hold the camera for one, so at least you see what we're doing. This is the hole driller to drill the saddles, which you saw me cut off earlier. You pretty much go to where your lateral loops like this. You hook on and just drill your hole till you're through, and you back off. And that right there's your hole. And then let me take the glove off of this. You got your saddles. This is a saddle. You need one of those, and then you need one seal. One seal. I don't know if you can see it, but they're kind of arched to go with the pipe and then with the shape of the saddle. See? Just squeeze it in. There are dots there, so you can kind of see which way is which. Where's the other end? This saddle's missing a piece. I grabbed the one saddle. They always fall off. Which side am I missing?
Got a little piece. The little lip.
Oh, just the hook.
Yeah.
Just pull it off a different one. Nope. I'm just gonna grab a different saddle. Well, that one fell off in the bag somewhere and I can't find it. So this is the saddle with everything. But put it on. Hook it at the bottom. Like that. Done. Now there are different styles for bigger pipes and stuff. Put these on. This is the inch connector. Some people use steel ones instead of plastic because they're thinner, but they cost more. We do use steel in certain areas, but
I didn't have any, so I couldn't use them.
yeah, I'm trying to get this done. So the plastics, you can see they're kind of thick. So it makes a big factor when it's when it's thawing out every day for runs. It's just another holding point for it.
That and the steel ones hold a little better.
So yeah, there are benefits to both.
So we're gonna cut it like 2 inches shorter. That way we kind of tighten up the tubing a little bit too. Because that's what this is. It's just got a threaded rod inside. And it just pulls it together. So we'll cut it a little bit short. Make sure I don't hit the...
Snap the wire.
Please.
Almost done the project.
Yeah.
The last part. He's got a little torch, if you can find it. We normally have the big yellow torches, but it's just a pain. I lost 2 of them in one day once because they fell off.
In half an hour.
Okay, in a half hour. I lost 2 of them last year.
We found one last year and we found one this year.
Yeah, so we did locate them again.
And they both worked, so.
Yeah. And when there's like a foot of snow and you're hammering through the woods with the four-wheeler, they fell off the four-wheeler and grabbed another one. 30 minutes later, same thing happened. So we put a string on it after that. But
so I was just trying to heat this up to kind of straighten it out because it had a nice curve to it. So
that one you don't lose because you can put it in your pocket, which is convenient. We'll put this in. It just slides together better and it'll make it grip a little better because it forms with the grooves right there. And then he just turns that. And you don't want to go, it's kind of a pain to line up in the beginning, but once you get it lined up,
there we go.
It just slips together. Your hand's in the way. And sometimes one side will go on more than the other side at first. So if you put a little pressure to it, or there's normally grooves that'll stop it from sliding one side extra.
Put a clamp
She's
on.
not working right?
I'll just put a clamp on one side.
Then I can't do it at all.
Yeah. The reason the pipe is so low to the ground here is just because how the ground height is.
All the sap flows by gravity.
So you do need to have it always slope downhill. And I just ripped my glove.
At least it's on camera.
And awesome.
But yeah, here you're about a foot off the ground, 1.5 feet. And over there, you're already 4, 5 feet.
Which is what we normally do.
Yeah. We like to keep it at our chest height for the normal places. We have some areas where we need ladders though to get to it to like tie. That's not where like laterals come in, but to tie it to get to certain areas, it needs ladders. It's 10 feet off the ground or more.
Alright, so
That right there is basically how that goes together. And he'll finish tying this right here. It's done. So with this project, I can literally show you everything we do in the woods in one like 80-foot section, because we have to do the inch line, which I already showed you. Now we're doing the lateral lines.
we're replacing this whole line from this tree to the inch pipe, because see I think that was squirrel damage right there, and then it also bit the tubing down it. So we're just going to change the whole thing out.
We get a lot of squirrel, deer, coyote damage.
Which this might have been coyote. That would,
We have no clue honestly, but
if you know, let us know.
So pretty much this right here is the reel.
This is a tool I forgot.
Yeah.
So it's got 2 vice grips on both sides, and they welded pretty much tubes on it that has grips on the inside, so it catches the tubing, and then you clamp it shut, and then you pretty much squeeze it together. Also has a built-in cutter. So,
Yeah. Those things look simple, very expensive. This is the 5/16 hose. It's just a reel, so you can unwind it without having kinking issues. You pretty much, there's a little
makes the tube a little bit bigger so you can get it started.
and that right there's an end holder. Pretty much just goes right around the tree, and oh, knocked my camera.
And it just hooks into the tubing. And then, do you have a green tee in there? Or I guess give me the slider first.
This is our pouch. There's green and black tees.
I can just cut the.
I found a green one. It's a new one. That right there.
Well, give me a slider first.
Oh man, our pouch. What a slider is this. It has a hook on the bottom.
Pretty much just wedges the tubing into the slider so it doesn't move.
And then the hook on the bottom catches the high tension wire. And that pretty much keeps
Just make it tighter.
that lateral right there tight so that the sap runs good.
There we go.
And it also adds a little bit of tightness to the main line. And then there's a green tee and a black tee.
The green one has a plug on one side, so that way the tubing doesn't run in the back of the tree. It's pretty much just so if a squirrel or something runs up here and chews on it, they notice that they'll bite on it, and it just stops a potential leak. So we just hook it up like this so the sap runs down and the sap comes in from the top.
And that way there's no sap ever around the tree. It's just less sitting sap, because it'll build up around the tree sometimes, and the squirrels and other animals can taste it, and when they get a hold of it, they just keep on eating it. He's just doing that.
Just pop it in there and then close it up. There we go. There's that. Now I just need a drop. That's the darker blue pipe right there.
Now normally we use it's pretty much the same color, it's just a different style. It's just what they had at the time, and we have there's different colors. You can have a green. I think
pink. There's a guy that set up a whole Sugar Woods with pink tubing. It was Breast Awareness Month, so they had a discount, so he did the whole Sugar Woods.
Hey.
Props to him.
Sometimes it's a little pain, but
Just the angle, but that didn't go too bad. So that's all set. Now it just needs a
tap.
spout on a tap on the end.
And that right there is pretty much how you put tees on, drops. And then the black ones are just open tees, and you would use that if, say, there's a tree right here, it would just tee into the line, and then air could also come from that one
and keep going.
Yeah, but if you want to see more wood stuff, I guess you can just comment below, because we got a lot of wood stuff doing. We got a lot of taps that we're keeping up on now, and that's most of the winter time shop work and in the woods. That's pretty much what we do. But that'll be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of how you do everything just in a little area, because instead of having to do the whole section, it's just a little thing that was broken, but we had to do a lot of work. So hopefully you enjoyed. Till the next one.